In a quiet little town, in a quiet little house, lived a boy named Oliver. Oliver was very good at being quiet. At school, he sat at the back. When the teacher asked questions, Oliver knew the answers, but he kept them tucked safely inside his head. At playtime, he watched the other children laugh and run. But he stayed near the fence, tracing shapes in the dirt with his shoe. It wasn't that Oliver didn't like people, he just didn't like being noticed. One morning, something very strange happened. Oliver woke up, stretched, rubbed his eyes, and vanished. Well, not completely vanished. His bed was still there. His pajamas were still there. But Oliver himself, invisible. He blinked. "Hello," he whispered. No one answered. Oliver tiptoed to the mirror. There was nothing there. No face, no hair. No Oliver for a moment. His heart thumped loudly in his chest. Then, something surprising happened. He smiled. "No one can see me," he said softly, and for the first time ever, Oliver felt brave. At breakfast, Oliver's mum placed toast on the table. "Oliver," she called, "time to eat." Oliver sat down quietly. His toast floated up into the air and took a bite. His mum turned around just in time to see the toast chewing itself. She blinked. "Oh dear," she said calmly. "I must need more sleep." Oliver covered his mouth to stop himself giggling. At school, everything was different. Oliver walked right through the front door without anyone noticing. He sat in his usual seat. But this time, when the teacher asked a question, Oliver raised his hand. Of course, no one saw it, so Oliver stood up and said the answer out loud. The class gasped. "Who said that?" asked the teacher. Oliver hesitated, then said it again. "It was me." The teacher looked around, puzzled. "Well, that is correct," she said slowly. Oliver sat down, grinning. For the rest of the day, he answered questions. He read aloud. He even told a joke. Everyone heard him. No one saw him. And somehow, that made it easier. At playtime, Oliver did something he had never done before. He joined a game. The children were playing tag. Oliver ran right into the middle of them. "Catch me!" he shouted. The others spun around in confusion. "Where are you?" they laughed. "Over here." Oliver dashed past them, giggling as they tried to tag a boy they couldn't see. For the first time, Oliver wasn't standing by the fence. He was in the middle of everything. But as the day went on, something began to feel strange. When Oliver told a funny joke, the children laughed, but they laughed into the air. When he helped someone find their lost pencil, they said, "Thank you, whoever you are." When school ended, everyone ran off with their friends. Oliver stood still. No one waved goodbye to him. No one said his name. That night, Oliver lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. Being invisible had made everything easier, but it had also made something disappear. "Maybe," Oliver whispered, "I don't just want to be heard. Maybe I want to be seen." The next morning, Oliver woke up, stretched, rubbed his eyes, and there he was, hair sticking up, freckles on his nose. Sleepy smile. Oliver was back. He hurried to the mirror and waved at himself. "Hello, me," he said. At school, Oliver walked through the door. This time, someone noticed. "Hi, Oliver," said a girl from his class. Oliver froze for a moment. Then he took a deep breath. "Hi," he said back. At playtime, he walked up to the others. "Can I play?" he asked. The children smiled. Of course. And even though his voice shook just a tiny bit, Oliver ran into the game. This time, everyone could see him. And this time, he didn't mind at all. Thank you for watching. For more stories, like and subscribe.